Okay, let's go to hi everyone. So let's go quickly because later I'm going to watch my Tottenham Hotspur football at 10 p.m. Okay, today is the 7th lesson already, all right? Jialing and Xingchen, will you mind turn on your camera? Later, we are going to break you into groups, okay? So what we're going to do today is we're going to continue at what we had left up last week. So that you are here. Now, remember about these homogenizations and hybridizations to be continued. Now, for easy remembrance, 比较容易记住啊. Okay, can all of you show your thumbs up? Do you prefer A or B? A, if you type A, show thumbs up. If you prefer B, show clap. Jialing, can you turn on your camera? Thank you. Okay, so if you prefer, so we're going to use, I prefer B. Agree, Zhao Xuan? Xingchen, do you agree? Xingchen. Do you prefer CEF or FEC? I prefer FEC, FEC. Agree? Food, entertainment, and culture. Oh, I also Pei Kun, you agree with me? Zhao Xuan? Xiao Xing? These three will be tested in your exam, or you prefer A? CF? Then you use CF, Xiao Xing, okay? So you remember, that means it's culture, entertainment, and food. Okay, so Jialing, Jialing. Hello, are you there? I can't see you. Or you reply me, please. Jialing. Okay, let's talk about culture's impact on globalization. Can Pei Kun? Okay, let's look here. Can you read to the class, please? I hope it's big enough. So, for Uncle Raymond, all of you, I will use FEC, food, entertainment, and culture. So opposite. So for Qiao will be UCF. So let's talk about culture impact. So later, just like there are 3 groups, each one will take 1, okay? So Pei Kun, can you read to the class, please? Increased
access and consumption of GDS and services.
GDS stand for goods, short form. Short form for goods and services. Take note, you know why now, Pei Kun? So next time when you're going to Poly or JC, you can use to write short form faster. Because there is no way you write the full form, the full spelling, while your lecturer is giving lesson. Okay? Carry on.
Facilitates exchange of cultures in entertainment and
okay, so now cultural homogenization and hybridization. So first here we talk about cultural homogenization process by which local cultures are changed by the foreign culture to more and more similar aspect of foreign cultures, may lead to foreign cultures become more dominant. That means the foreign culture took over the whole entire preceding things, okay? Reducing the influence of the local cultures. That means the local culture just 慢慢的, can I use the word SSD? Slowly, surely, and definitely diminish. And Jialing and Xingchen, will you be kind enough to turn on the camera, please? Okay, so for example, so prevalent use of English as the main language of communication in many areas, including business, science, and higher education. It is used for 80% of the information stored electronically. It overshadows other languages, threatening the diversity of a language around the world. Last year, during the boot camp, I was asking, one of the questions is that, do you think that English language will take over the world? So quickly I asked Zhao Xuan, do you think so? Do you think English language for the next 10 years will be still the dominance, 就是做老大? Or do you think the Chinese, thank you Jialing, or do you think Mandarin or Chinese or Japanese or Spanish or Malay will take over English? Zhao Xuan. What do you think?
I think it will still be English lah.
Yeah, to be honest, for the next maybe 50 years, I strongly believe English is still the main focus of communications and network. No doubt about it, seriously. If you think you are going to China to do business, right? What do you think? What do you think, Zhao Xuan? If let's now you're in China, so they see you as now you imagine 15 years from now you graduated from university already, Zhao Xuan. So your boss send you to Beijing to do a business. Will you communicate them with Chinese or English? Hi, Yang Xiang.
For me, I will definitely do it in Chinese lah.
Chinese. So what happened in Beijing? Got this Lao Wai, he also can speak Mandarin, but you know he's from Britain, okay, England. Will you automatically talk to him? Then imagine the Amo, the Britain guy, say, hey, 李先生你好，欢迎来到北京。这好像是我国家，应该是我欢迎你来我北京，不是你来欢迎我，对吗？赵先。So how will you reply to that? correct 贝棍很奇怪哦，欢迎来到北京。Hello, excuse me， 这是我的国家，我的土地嘞，是应该我欢迎你，不是你老外欢迎我进来北京。But okay, fair enough, because you're from Singapore, right, 赵先。So how you reply to Mr. Johnson?
Obviously in Chinese.
Back to Chinese?
Because since he can, yeah.
I won't.
To be honest,
I will reply him in English. Oh, thank you, Mr. Johnson. Nice to meet you.
I found out that, right? It's like for example, right, when I'm like buying food or whatever, right? It's like obvious the the cashier, right? Yeah, obviously,
Singapore,
right?
In Singapore, right? In Singapore,
Yeah. They're
okay.
Obviously Chinese, and then when they speak English, they look like they're from China lah. And they can also speak English quite well. So when I just started, like I say buying, I say I want to buy something, right? I say English at first, and he replied me in English. And after that, I changed to Chinese. And he also replied me in Chinese also.
Same. Oh, you are like me. I always like to speak English first. So from there, I fine-tune it, whether this person is from Malaysia, from even Vietnam, from Hong Kong, from China. So in Hong Kong, how are you, sir? Nice to meet you. 你講廣府話㗎 Cantonese, right? Correct. So Vietnamese, how are you, sir? Nice to meet you. Either I would think Vietnamese or Thailand because they talk like that. Sawadee-krap. How are you, sir? Then China people, hi, sir. How are you? I think that is a bit American slang. Right? True enough. No xenophobia. I always like to, Filipino is the best. Hello, are you, sir? Nice to meet you. You know what, Pei Kun? I will ask one thing. Are you Catholic Christian? Because Filipino, 80% or 90% are all Catholic. So when he say, yeah, I'm a Catholic, you know what I do now, Pei Kun? In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Oh, you also Catholic? Yeah, we are all Catholic. Welcome to Singapore. Then I don't talk like that already, Pei Kun. I don't talk like that. Then people think like, welcome to Singapore. And then of course, Zhao Xuan, you know Indian, they got three types. One is from really India and Bangladesh and Singapore Indians. Singapore Indians were, hello sir, what do you want to do? Right? So you can see a bit Singlish. But from India, hello sir, what do you want to do? You like to eat here or take away? So of course I don't shake my head. I would like to take away if you can give me all the things to have. Then you say, hello, excuse me, why are you mimicking me? You bloody hell, you. What are you trying to do, man? Right, Yang Xiang. Why are you looking down below and not looking at my face? You got problem looking at me? Yang Xiang was like, okay, how is your test, Yang Xiang? Okay?
Yeah, it was easy lah. Nothing
Easy,
much. Yeah.
Those things I taught you came out now.
It was about why the question was why like the need the amount of money that Singapore use for healthcare will increase.
But did it mention the Medisave, Medishield, Medifund?
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. It's okay. At least you got upper hand to know it. So in case they come out in any paper in the exam or other, you are there. Even if you don't come out in exam now, you already know something, right? Correct now. Also, okay, 未雨绸缪, saving for a rainy day. So come back to this. Regardless of this kind of languages, Zhao Xuan. So it's same, no? So when every time these people, I know they are foreigners, I look at their name tag. So if their name tag is Vietnamese, say, you know what I say now, Zhao Xuan? Cảm ơn. You know it's cảm ơn, right? Thank you. So you know how to speak Vietnamese. They say, my godmom is Vietnamese, but now in China, in US. So they feel good, somebody can talk to, right? True not? True. You want to make them to come here, not because of this homogenization of English take over their culture, but because they come here is to EKE a living, to eat a living. Okay? And then in order to make a living here, they want to feel at home. And you know, from there, just like imagine Zhao Xuan, you go to China now, this Amo talk to you, 欢迎来到 Beijing. So yeah, thank you, Mr. Johnson. Well, you welcome to Beijing as well. Wow, then you feel like, so when he start to talk to you, Zhao Xuan, he might think that you are a different person, bilingual. Get it now? You must be upper hands to the other competitors or to the person you meet business partner. 明白吗? Of course, you can answer, hey, Mr. Johnson. But you say, yeah, thank you, Mr. Johnson. Welcome to Beijing. 一样. Then you add in a bit of Chinese and English. Then you feel that, you are not being dominated, not let him to dominate, that you're being cooked up in Beijing, that I must speak to you because I'm Chinese, I'm the Zhao Xuan Chinese, therefore you have to speak in Mandarin. I'm open to both languages. And better still, Zhao Xuan, if let's say this Amo is not in England, but he's from France, correct now? But because he cannot expect you to speak France, for example. Then you ask Mr. Valenci, I'm from France. Then you say merci beaucoup, or so on. Not merci beaucoup. How you say hello in France? I can't remember. Okay, not merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup is thank you, right? Something like that. Then you reply then in France. So that's the difference that you make feel at home. Why? Because of this English dominance, because one of them is France, one of them is Chinese, therefore you have to use the English to communicate in China, for example, or in Singapore, right? Guess what? Recently, Uncle Raymond like to learn bakery, so Pei Kun and Jialing. So there's this French bakery in Singapore. Last time I was WhatsApp him to ask him how much he charged for a class for bakery. Seriously. And he replied in English. Then the last part, he put merci. You know what is merci, right? In France means thank you, right? Correct. Chelsea, you know, right? Merci is thank you. Merci is thank you. So I asked, you are from France? Yeah. You cook French cuisine. Seriously, it's inside. And it's actually my mommy. Last time when she worked in this place, and then this chef, and he's staying in Singapore. Now you see? Get it now? Okay. So let's continue. Whose turn from here? Pei Kun, right? Okay, so this is harmonization. What about hybrid?
Cultural hybridization, when both local and foreign cultures are blended, resulting in new cultural products containing unique combinations containing elements from both cultures, can lead to change in nature of local cultures.
So this is the thing, okay, like for example, there's this salsa, a Latin American music, okay, a mix of Afro Caribbean musical influence and North American jazz. So it's like a mix. Few years ago in Singapore, there are K-pop craze. They learn K-pop dance, they learn K-pop songs, they learn how to speak Koreans, they dress like Koreans, even they eat like Koreans, all these. But it's like, how come here we are allowed this hybrid or not so homogenizations? Because Singapore is a multi-culture. We do not allow one culture to dominate the whole of Singapore. Fair enough? Very good. Right. So Pei Kun, right, since I'm talking about this topic, I talk to you first. The rest, Jialing and Xing Chen and Yang Xiang, please pay attention as well, of you. So you see, imagine if Korean, they do have pig, right? Pork, right? But I seen last time I worked in Starbucks, I got a lot of Malays like to watch K-drama and K-pop and eat kimchi. No, kimchi can be halal. Kimchi actually is vegetable, Pei Kun, right? No need to halal one, correct? So when you eat in Korean, they have to check halal. Sorry, Pei Kun. How many stores in Singapore that is halal? We are going to the food now because of the culture involved, the food and entertainment. So the next question later, you are break into three groups. You have to really, how should I say, the three group, you have to present your case study and to show that, hey, my culture is better. Then say, no, food is better. And no, entertainment is the one who dominate. Why? So you have to bring 所谓公说公有理，婆说婆有理，对吗？其中道理在哪里？道理在你心里，心里说出你的真心话。To show that why your thing is why I want these groups of discussions to be more open, to be more genuine, to be more free. Okay, right. So thank you. This Pei Kun. Yang Xiang, can you talk about the entertainment? Because you look like one of the JJ. JJ Choten. Okay, come Yang Xiang.
Where? Start from where?
Start from American influence.
American influences. The entertainment industries in many parts of the world today are dominated by the United States of America. American entertainment companies generate close to 30% of worldwide entertainment revenue. Then go down. Independence, including freedom of and personal choice, and individuality, including empowerment and freedom of expression.
So
The
this is a
positive.
positive. Okay, hold on to the positive. Thank you, Yang Xiang. Since now this topic is yours, the American influence, honestly, Yang Xiang, will you want your next generation, your daughter or your son, or even your grandchildren, to accept more to Americanizations? Yang Xiang, will you prefer your son to call you? Do you have a Christian name, Yang Xiang?
No.
Okay, so example, Yang Xiang, I call you Peter, example, example. Will you allow your son say, hi, Peter, how are you? Yang Xiang will be, huh?
No. Just call me father lah.
Correct. But American people, they call their parents' name. Do you know that? Some of them. Do you know that? You know, there's junior and senior George Bush, right? You know, right? Junior and senior. So this is the freedom of speech. So will you allow your children to like to say, hey, hi, dad, hey, how's life, man? Will you like your children to talk to you like that? Yang Xiang?
Hi dad
Ah,
Hi dad can
can
Hi dad ma.
Hey, hi, dad, what's up, man? Very American, right?
Oh, then no lah.
No, right. But happen that let's say now your children went to US to study, then he came back from US. You're already quite an old man already, right? 50 plus. So how? How do you preserve this? Because of this entertainment he learned from there, the culture, correct? How? What's the positive? The positive, you receive the education from there to make him one of the best doctors or businessmen. But when he came back to Singapore, for example, and talk to you like very Americanizations, you're not able to accept it. How? First, you are the one who sent him to overseas and study in the US, right? Correct. So you know there will be a positive and negative. This is where you have to draw a line. True not, Yang Xiang? This is where from young, this is nothing to do social study already, in my opinion. This is where the 家事 is how you cultivate and nurture your child. Correct not, Yang Xiang? Right? Carry on.
A positive response empowers consumer to develop their identities. Negative response, rejection, threatening local culture, language, and oral and
local
vocal
entertainment.
or local entertainment industry.
And
Bans, restrictions in media, etc. For example, China limit on 34 foreign films that can be imported per year. Periodic cultural blackout days, and France has 40% lesser of TV programs and must be in French. And TV programs of non-European origin cannot exceed 40% of the programs screened in the country.
So this, your teacher, I'm not sure whether teacher will share with all this with you all. So you just take note. So therefore, you see, some countries in order, Yang Xiang, to preserve their mother tongue, their own languages, not to overcome them. So that's why they restrict. Just like in Japan and Korea, same thing. Now you see in China, they allow the freedom for only 34 foreign films to come in there. And these 34 foreign films, I agree with Yang Xiang, they definitely have censorships and go through very strict checking, right, before they allow this 34 film to penetrate into China's market movie entertainment. So you see, so take note, you don't look at this as nothing, because eventually one day you might be involved in this kind of censorships or certain things or policy that you're going to make. So, okay, thank you. Back to Korea influence, Yang Xiang.
Some Korean influence through TV dramas. What's that?
I don't know what is OPO. I think Oppo Music.
Oppo Music, food, fashion, language, computer games and tourism, cosmetics and electronics, etc.
Anyway, this one is not done by me, so I just got somewhere and then I find it very interesting. Okay, carry on.
Rejection. Japan protests in front of Fuji Television, a Japanese television network, upset with the increasing presence of Korean programs in the new network's daily broadcast due to deteriorating perceptions and political tensions. Acceptance, K-pop music tops the charts all over the world.
Yeah, it's true, right? You know that one, Oppa Gangnam Style, you know, right? That one, right? And then there's what there's some very interesting, like BTS recently also got very few nice music and other things like, okay. And then these are Mama Awards, right? Is it the Mama Awards? You know about that? The Korean Mama Awards, you know, right? all the Korean K-pops. Why Yang Xiang, why Japan rejected? Are you in the history class? No. No, okay. Do you know why Japan rejected K-drama?
Is it because of the World War II thing?
Yes. Actually, Korean used to be a colonized country by Japan. So Japan colonized Korea. So it's like you feel that Korea is very inferior because I used to control you, take over you. Now you're using this to take over me. Yang Xiang, like 没有面子啊. I think it's very egoistic, correct? Right, taking over the thing. So you feel that no way, which is understandable, seriously, correct? It's just like, do you think China will allow a lot of Japanese product or things into China? Yes, and also but limited, correct? True not? And I think until today, I believe I might be wrong. Majority of Chinese people will also boycott Japanese product. True not? True, right? Of course, you can learn the Japanese language, you can learn the culture, whatever things, but you still have to know your roots. 对吗? Yang Xiang and Bei Kun, right? Zhao Xuan. You have to know the roots. So that's why this topic is very sensitive. It's very thorny. If you miss a bit, then you feel very offensive. So we have to take it really at a pinch of salt, as just for discussion purpose. No any anti to certain things. Thank you. Back to you. Food. Jialing.
I cannot see the screen.
Can see now?
It's black.
Huh? Just now until now black.
Just now it was okay, then
Now?
No. I log out again.
No. I go in again. Don't worry. Where? Here. Now better?
Oh yeah, I can.
Okay, good. Come, let's go.
Acceptance, fast food chains. In SG, there are over 100 McDonald's outlets and over 80 KFC outlets. Rejection. In Italy, many Italians protested against the first McDonald's outlet built there in 1986, protesting against the Americanization of Italian culture. Bangalore, 1996, farmers protested that foreign food companies threatened their traditional agricultural practices by imposing Western family standards on local farmers and undermining their business.
You see, Jialing, let me stand up. I want to cough again. You see, children, when you have this kind of things, food is the very staple things that every day we need to eat. Therefore, if the farmer like Korean, Japan, or China, or UK, or US, they sell beef, they are definitely very protective to make sure their products sell to the local as well as export to the overseas. Selling the local, fine. If you have a population to cover, selling overseas means that if I were to sell from Japan beef to say Korea, Korea also must allow the beef to go to Japan, vice versa, right? But if you stop the Korean importing beef to Japan and you force Japan beef to sell to Korea, then of course there will be a trade embargo and people will not be happy because, hey, hello, you only one-way traffic, you don't allow my thing to sell, then no point. So you see, children, if you go to NTUC, FairPrice, you go Cold Storage, you go to Giant, you go to Sheng Siong, or go to any supermarket, you will see, excuse me, sorry, you will see a variety of different countries, what they call the products. So recently, Zhao Xuan, we got this 所谓的火锅, okay? Then I went to Giant, I saw this codfish from Chile, Chile, Chile. All the way, the codfish from Chile, to sell it in Giant. I was so amazed. So this is something like that. So Singapore anyway got no natural resources. We cannot do so-called bargain and say, no, I don't allow you to come in. As long as the food here is hygiene and pass through the F&A, food and hygiene or food and agriculture things, they're allowed to sell in Singapore. So next, this part here, you have to take note now. When you have an assay like that, like food, how can you embargo or stop people from transporting the food to another country? Let's say you got SPQ, okay? They embargo, say, oh, stop the beef from this country in. Why do you think so? Is it because of 3 alphabet, children? Are you ready? What is the 3 alphabet? Start with F. No, seriously, no joke. It's not no vulgarity here. Start with F. Singapore is the one who have this, and then they allow everyone to do it. What's the 3 word?
FTA.
Huh?
FTA.
FTA, is it? Yes, correct. You're right. Free trade agreement, write down. Because of these free trade agreements, you see, like for example, this country want to sell, country A want to sell to country C. So country B will be the middleman to have a free trade agreement with C and A. So when the A cannot sell to C, A will go to B, B will use to export to C. Get it not? 好像你被困，你跟你朋友吵架，可是那个是你好朋友，那你就叫赵轩，麻烦你跟嘉玲讲，其实我不是不讨厌他，连赵轩哎嘉玲，其实被困是讲错话，跟你讲道歉啊，那嘉玲说 OK 啦，青菜啦，好了，我们就做好朋友，我不要 go through that，因为我的 parents 不要叫我跟被困好，可是我觉得被困没有错，可是我要慢慢的 explain to 我的 parents。So 赵轩，你麻烦跟被困讲 something like that， 你懂吗？ Because the country remember there will be definitely a group of people will be anti of this free trade agreement because they will eat up their so-called their rice bowl. So no matter how you propose, it's not recently the Canada, the Canada, the truck, they blocked the expressway between the US and Canada. Because I can't remember what was it, because of the wearing of the mask or what. They blocked the whole of vaccinations. So stupid, Winter time they still block the truck, it's a very long truck. It's not like the Singapore lorry, it's a big truck, the 40-foot container truck blocking at the highway. Why are they doing that? Is it because they have felt threatened because of the culture or their entertainment or food or what? Or is it because of vaccinations or because of freedom of choice? Okay, thank you. Jia Ling, continue the hybridization.
Hybridization, when foreign food is modified to fit local taste. Example, the Rendang burger by
Rendang burger.
Food landscape, greater variety of food options and provides local with easier access to foreign flavor.
Correct. You know what's Rendang burger? Anyone? You heard? You know? Don't know how big. Rendang burger is a Malay, 对吗？杨香 Very nice, I like the Rendang burger. 很那个古早味的马来的那个传统的那个牛肉的。Okay, it's beef, but it's a bit the taste is different 就是有马来，你有没有吃过马来米萝卜跟米香它的味道有相似一样 ，very common to the Malay flavor the taste. So you see in order to win the Malay population in Singapore, they want to come out Rendang burger, and also we Chinese and some Baba, Baba like 两人人Okay, we also eat rendang. Rendang is more to the Malay culture. 明白吗? So they want to use the food to win the heart of these Malay populations. And true enough, last 2 years when I went to Bali, they got this rendang burger, even the KFC, also, KFC is a US brand. Even the KFC, they also make it in a very Indonesian staple food that they also eat. Okay, so like McDonald's, they also make it like very Indonesian flavor. Then you tell me, Xing Chen, Yang Xiang, Jia Ling, Bei Kun, and Zhao Xuan, and Jia Ling. Uncle Raymond, why must we learn all these things? Okay, I know already. I know this country has this the mixture here. Why? Because very simple. We are living in a Singapore culture, which is multiracial. In real life, sometimes, we have to mix with certain group of people. I think set 1 and set 2, you have group HI and GI, right? So sometimes you might say, Beikun, I don't like this person, but you're forced to work with this person. Zhao Xuan, I don't like this girl, but you join my class into this group. But then again, sometimes in life, you have no choice, but you have to learn to be tolerance, and really very tormenting to build it. So when we are talking about this kind of CEF or FEC in this chapter, we are want to do in real life to able to allow us to be more patient when we apply our knowledge to see how we can collaborate and hybrid them together. It's a very simple thing. Like for example, why we talk about the drones, the drones, the flying, right? So some people say, I don't like the way of these things, but now they are using it to fly as a food. Remember 1 year ago, because this ship got all COVID-19, but they need to eat, right? No choice, right? They use the drones to fly the food over to the ship there, no, for them to eat, no. In Singapore, no. So this is something, you see. How can we use it? We cannot stop there and throw that away. No, 你去完蛋，你不要跟我进来，你没有食物是你的事。So social study build a kind of very emotional, very heartwarming, 比较 humane culture, 对吗？ It's no point that we all study very academically. Social study is really very open. Like Yang Xiang, you're talking about the Singapore budget, right, to spend on healthcare, right? 对吗？ Is it SBQ, my dear? Source-based question.
No, it's SRQ.
Oh, extract 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, it's a question. The name 2 ways or 2 types. Those types. Yeah.
Yes, correct. Okay. So you see, there is no right or wrong answer, correct now? It's how you put it right, 对吗？杨Xiang? Correct, Before we go to the group, so you have to take note groups, the 3 group. Let me show your group first. I will be giving 10 to 15 minutes, not too long. Okay, this is your group. Take note, guys. Turn to your textbook. Wow, Pei Kun become Darth Vader already. No, leave it. So cute. So you know your group member already, So Pei Kun and Zhao Xuan, Yang Xiang and Jia Ling, Qiao Xing and Xing Chen, Okay. Now let's go back to this one here. So later you have to tell me which is better. To me, Uncle Raymond will choose hybrid, of course. Example, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, India. So Singapore, China is very similar, but majority Malaysia, of course, got a lot of Malays. So they are maybe 70 to 90%. They are more homonization, not homonization, or even not both. Maybe only one homo. That means homonization. That means only Malay cultures. Well, Japan also can be first one. That means you don't allow people to dominate. Okay, maybe Japan, yes, a bit. So Thailand is definitely one, and China maybe also different. So you see, I purposely choose this example here. Why I did not choose, for example, US, England, or even Indonesia? Yes, you can do that. We realize that children, take note, the Southeast Asia 10 countries. Zhao Xuan, are you okay? Zhao Xuan, are you okay? Okay. So the 10 countries in Southeast Asia, you know they have their own culture, except for Singapore. Sorry, except for Singapore. It's a very unique that we do not have a one culture that fits all. Whereas Indonesia, you know, they got their cultures thousands of years. And then Thailand, of course, you don't need to say that. Myanmar also different. Also, they got king. Myanmar also last time got king, got their own culture. And then Vietnam also got their own culture. Well, Singapore is different, a bit different. Okay. So let's go through quickly with the slides that I'm going to present you, and then later we'll break into groups. Okay, so how do we respond to the tension arising from some cultures? Are we at the slide that, Chelsea? Are we at the PowerPoint slide, Chelsea? Yes, okay. If you are a headache now, Chelsea, I think you don't force yourself. Go and take 2 Panadol, okay? And it will reduce your sweat, okay? After this tuition, go and take 2 Panadol and rest, okay? Anyway, you can't go to school tomorrow, right? Can No, right? Correct now? No, okay. So let's talk about the next one. So we talked about this before, right? American Koreans, homogenization happening in foods. How do we respond to tensions? Okay, done. We also globalization result the economic interactions and independence between countries and companies and individuals. We talked about this the last few lessons. Okay, the next one is the economy and exchange in the global economy and increased access. When you say increased access, excuse me, when you say increase in access, means the people before COVID-19, people are free to travel anywhere except North Korea and some of the countries that is restricted because of their visa. As long as they can travel anywhere and the countries are in the United Nations group and they are allowed to share freely, that's where they are allowed to do the goods and services. Like just now, like Pei Kun, you saw the GDS, right? It stands for goods and services. Okay, Pei Kun. Okay, so now facilitating exchange of cultures. You can see, China has been 5,000 years. India also a few thousand years. England also a few thousand years. American is only 300 over years. But yet, do you think Americans really got a unique cultures? Japan, 不要讲, definitely is quite long. Korea also quite long. So you look at their costume. We are talking about their costume, the way they dress. And this costume will tell you that this is from how many generations they passed down. Okay, so these cultures. So to me, whether culture, entertainment, or food, later I'll tell you which one to me is important. So refer to your textbook, brainstorm. Okay, later we're going to do that. So culture exchange promote diversity, but also cultural harmonization. Now, culture harmonization is the process by which local culture are changed by foreign. Just want to explain already, right? I think this Pei Kun talk about it. I just want to emphasize, and more similar way. So this is like eating out away from the local culture and dominate by another cultures. Okay. Now take for example, look at this one. Wow. Qiao Xing, Xing Chan, and Jialing, Yang Xiang. If imagine you're Starbucks like that, will you be happy though? Happy, right? Definitely hard. So many countries, except Italy. You realize Italy got no Starbucks. You see, you look at the map. And some of the Middle East also don't have. Vietnam have. Do you know Vietnam only recently, about 5 or maybe 10 years ago, or they just started a first McDonald's in Ho Chi Minh City. The first McDonald's. As you know, right, Vietnam's at that time with US, they were fighting. So they definitely anti-America, but only recently they slowly, surely, and definitely opened up the McDonald's in Ho Chi Minh. So far, it's I think 1 or 2. And this is the guy who is talking about how do the Italian feel about opening a Starbucks in Italy and why, and how the Italian cafe owners having the open of Starbucks. Of course, they're not happy. They feel there's threat to the cultures. I mean, Italy, they make their own coffee, their own spaghetti, their own food. And if by getting Starbucks to come into Italy is like Americanization already, they're eating away the cultures. Okay, when the cultures are eroded, that means you don't talk about the entertainment and food. Because the culture itself, okay, the culture itself is what I say, is the paramount importance. Because Italy's guys, you know Julius Caesars? You know Julius Caesars? Chelsea? Do you know Julius Caesars? That means in the Rome Empire, right? 对吗？家里 Rome Empire, thousands of years. I'm being dominated by a 300 years old culture to take over me. 被棍，他会叫美国人你去放飞机go and fly kite 啦，go and fly kite. Okay, go and fly kite, please don't come. You get me now? First, 他们的尊严 the ego, the privilege, the prestige, the pride. 对不对，被棍？如果你家里是从你的曾祖父传给你那个美药的 dish then somebody say, hey, maybe I brought over from you and then I modified. They give you $10 million. Will you want to take 10 million? 听好嘞 Your every year is only can produce 1 to 2 million, but they give you 10 million. For me, of course, I agree with you. I don't want. You know why? It's a pride, correct? No? Right? And true enough, do you know? Tell you, because I worked in Starbucks before, Starbucks was owned by a couple, and then they cannot make it. Then this group of teachers don't know why they changed. And you know, Starbucks got this logo, right? Okay, this logo is actually, you know, on the ship, the made in the travel on the ship. So every time, I think it's in Seattle. So when the ships landed, they got this logo sign is to protect the ship. So this is how they come up this logo on every part of the big ship. Okay. All right, so let's move on to this. Okay, I hate this girl. I really hate this girl. I don't know you know about this girl. No? Okay, it used to be one of my elder sons. Those are Disney Channel children's show. Okay, you see Beauty and the Beast banned in Malaysia even after gay scene was cut from Disney frame. You see? You know, recently Channel News Asia, the broadcast in Beijing Olympic as Channel News Asia. While the girl was in the talking, they got this two male couple kissing behind the scene. Do you know that? You know, Yang Xiang, you saw right in TikTok, right? So how? Did they do it purpose? Is it Singapore anti-LGBT? These are all very sensitive topics, you see. Now in Taiwan, they allow gay marriage. Do you know that? You know, and 光明正大的嘞，哇，可以办喜酒啊，这些 all these thing 啊。Can you imagine if I stay in Taiwan, I'm not Taiwanese, I stay in Taiwan, Zhao Xuan, and then I happen to have 2 gay friends and invite me to their wedding. I don't mind attend wedding or Zhao Xuan, but I worry after the guy kiss me how. Hey, why you all don't laugh? Why Zhao Xuan is so serious? You get the joke now? Zhao Xuan, do you get the joke now? So I'm attending the wedding with these male couples, okay? Am I sitting with a table of all the guys? You know what I mean? I don't know who will be coming, very nice to me. I scared. Get a joke, huh? Okay, get a joke. Okay. I think Zhao Xuan is still not clear. Okay. All right, let's go for the next slide. So this one is to tell you that they are dominating the way they dress, the way she dressed, all these things. And seriously, I'm sorry, we are all guys here. Recently, I go shopping, I see the girl, the way they dress, I cannot take it. You know, 穿得短短，穿得这个我不懂嘞，可能 Uncle Raymond 比较保守派啊。I mean seriously 贝坤、赵璇、乔欣、星辰、嘉玲 can you turn on camera and 杨香 will you allow your girlfriend to wear until like that 美国 but I see a lot of guys they allow but I don't know that's the way 赵贝坤 it's getting like Americanization and Westernization I don't know but most of them like today I walk a lot of China girls are ladies they're wearing very modern not like last time 很什么讲Samba very 老土 they are now very modern which is nothing wrong but maybe I'm not sure I may not like it but that day a few days ago I saw some Chinese ladies not from China I don't know they're wearing the cheongsam you know cheongsam 华语叫什么旗袍是吗旗袍我说 wow I was very amazed though to bring out the Chinese culture you see so now I talk so much more or less you know which one I'm very supportive culture or entertainment and food I still haven't tell you yet. So reflections on the culture harmonization. After understanding the Starbucks story, discuss after watching the video on the opening of the Starbucks in Italy. Okay, that one, I don't have the video here. Okay. Yeah, I think I delete the video. So roughly, I tell you, I already told you that because of their culture, their influence, and this is how they feel that they should not have a Starbucks in Italy because of their culture. Now, culture harmonization can be perceived as a threat right now, or competitions. Remember, I told you already. It's just like the Wagyu beef in Japan and Korea, how they perceive it differently. Okay, to local establishment which offer similar product like Starbucks. You can enjoy the diversity and the variety of choice, but they are limited. They worry that once they open one store, Starbucks, they will change the consumer taste bud. And they decided, wow, well, the Starbucks is cheaper, better, or even if the Starbucks is a bit expensive, but the service and the way the ambience they set up the place is so different. I would choose Starbucks. And that's where the local will feel threatening. Okay. Understanding and use the same predominance language open in more opportunity for individuals and provide a greater choice of cultural entertainment and products and experience. Yeah. Exactly. When the Starbucks open or McDonald's open in Vietnam, are they going to do it in a very Vietnamese way? The same thing like a McDonald's or KFC in Indonesia or in Bali. Are they doing in their way of their cultures there? Okay, next one is culture hybridizations occurs when the foreigners and locals blend, resulting in uniqueness combination contains elements for both culture. The elements are right now, is elements of both culture. That means you accept both, that means 50-50 or 60-40. It's not necessary, children take note. Jialing, can you turn on your camera, please? It's not just 50-50 or Yang Xiang. You can be 70% of your local and 30% of the foreigners. It's how you go and play around and how you do your agreements with the person in charge. Jialing, are you there? If you are there, can you thumbs up and show me? Okay, look at the hybridization on your page of your textbook. Okay, so this is not really that. You see like this one here. Thank you, Jialing. So you say English, thank you for your invitations, but I'm afraid I will have to turn it down. Very proper English. So Singlish is what? Don't want lah. So is it good? No? Is it a bit of hybridization? Very Singlish, but of course English. So we understand don't want lah. You see, English such a long way, and actually the Singlish summarize all the words here. So what are some of the possible trade-off of cultural hybridization? Later, you guys have to discuss. So what's the key takeaway here? Hybridization can produce new culture products, which is true. So children, if you are so entrepreneurial to be a businessman in the future, my advice is you have a beauty, Qiao Xing. Okay, yes, all of you, I think, in fact, the 1, 2, 3, and who is Xing Chen? Xing Chen. In fact, Jia Ling, all of you, you have a beauty. You have a bit of from China, a bit of Singapore, and then you can, next time, let's say your wife is from another country. Wow, I tell you, beautiful, right? Yang Xia, you can actually combination together and come up with new products. That means not only capture the Chinese market, the Singaporean market, and your, let's say your wife, let's say Yang Xia, you're from Korean, you're capturing the Korean market. No, it's true now. Because when you design the product at Yang Xiang, you have the ideas of a bit of Singapore flavor, right? And then you also from China, you also have some flavor because your grandparents cooked for you before, Yang Xiang, and then your wife also got your grandparents, or even better still, your wife Korean might be the parents from US, the parents from another country or Thailand. Wow, beautiful, So you see the takeaway is that how are you going to merge all this culture into your very unique product? Okay. So take note of this. It says may not include all the elements of the culture from which they will derive. So Yang Xiang, so you imagine you got 3 cultures. Maybe sometime because your product may not suit for certain things. So for certain cultures. So change the nature of local cultures, which some may not welcome. Take note, that doesn't mean you hybrid them together, they will like it. True not? Seriously, right? Sometimes you see, like for example, if you say rendang sushi, Yang Xiang, will you eat now? You will eat now. I haven't done it before, tasted it before, but the name rendang sushi a bit weird already, right? It's a bit of Malay and Japanese. So I don't know, the Japanese might feel very offended, 对吗? Correct. Whereas the Americans rendang burger might be okay for it. So you see, this is where the Americanizations, 70.8% of the world, and 29, you see, 30%, nearly 30%, okay, is using it. You see, American firms dominate the box office. Of course, now we know about Bollywood, right? Pei Kun, you know what is Bollywood? The Indian one, right? See, now with K-drama. And now, the China drama, the 什么长什么金打战的，什么长什么金长湖金什么金the North Korea war one, the Korean war one. What's that movie? The Korean War. You all don't know. 长湖金是吗? The war movie.
长津湖. This is a Korean movie. 长津湖.
Correct. Thanks, Qiao Xing. 长津湖, 对. Yeah, have you watched the movie already?
For my father.
Wow, I'm waiting to watch that. Is it already shown already? How do you manage to watch? Singapore got show, man? No, right?
No, I meant my father answered it, not me.
No, where? I want to watch. I can't find. I want to watch. I'm a history teacher. I want to know how great it is. I saw all the TikTok bit by bit. I cannot see the movie. Not even next week. I don't think next week will show, man. I'm waiting.
Go China.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. I go China. Yeah, okay. Thank you. 可以。China, then 我去到北京这里，对不起，我们已经没有了。赵轩，你害死我！你放我飞机，我去北京，他们的西宴全部放完了。那时候，uncle 你去上海，上海说哦，昨天刚刚完，我跟你讲，我飞来新加坡，我第一个找你把那个 ice cream 那个 pie 放在你的脸。Okay, I can't wait to watch that movie seriously. Especially the main actor, that guy, I love him so much. Okay, the way he portrays himself, very good. Okay, anyway, don't worry, I will sure have a chance to watch. Okay, it's just like the 三国演义 I'm watching. Very interesting. Okay, Chris, what do you think about the reason and evidence behind the acceptance and rejection of American culture's influence in the area of entertainment? Okay, I shall stop here. So, okay, we just finished the 20 slide. Okay, so this one is an independence. People do become subjects of, okay, I'm so tired. Xing Chan, can you read to this one, independence, please? People do not become.
People do not become subjects of American ideology through consuming American cultural content. Instead, American cultural content empowers people to develop their own identities. For instance, when Asian middle-class women watch American soap operas, they see that the possibility to marry for love or to live independently of the extended family exists.
Well done. You remind me of the sitcom called Friends. Have you watched the sitcom Friends? The sitcom season 10, 10 season, right? There is my daughter is behind me, told me 10 season. The sitcom is called Friends. 朋友啊. Okay, I hope everyone can go in and support this YouTube. The sitcom is called, we cannot type. Okay, it's called Friends. Go and type YouTube. It's free. If you want to learn about American cultures, these are the very good ones here. Okay, seriously. Xing Chan, can you read the individuality, please, as student?
As students do hip-hop, they are acquiring new, empowered youth rapper selves that hip-hop culture seems to offer them. In writing and performing Chinese, bilingual, and English raps, the students also seem to be acquiring new cultural capital. For example, rhyming and rapping skills, new attitudes and dispositions
towards English. Do you agree? I don't agree, children. One of the things that I cannot take it is the rapping, not the rapper. Whether it's English rapper 还是 Chinese rapper, 恭喜大家对你好，你为什么这样？恭喜发财，大家好。I don't like seriously very good. I cannot take it Chinese rappers or English rapper. That's me. As a teachers, I think I should accept it as like rapping as part of a way of creativity. But I find it's quite distorting and it doesn't make sense in my opinion because it's kind of music, but I can take heavy metal. Okay, even the Chinese 摇滚乐队 I can take it like 伍佰 all this. But when they start to Chinese for rapping, I tell you, I cannot take it. So seriously, like 中国的相声，你听过相声I love it, man. Okay, 我从小到大很喜欢看相声 and that is the culture. You see? So you see, I realize
Same.
I love 相声。李大个，咱们今天来讲一对对呀。then 李大哥还说吧，我跟你对床前明月光。then 李大哥说，哎呀，你举头你脱光光。example 开玩笑不然李白来找我。So something to 其实相声不简单it take a lot of time to prepare. Seriously. And I'm so sorry Zhao Xuan. I realized that the 相声is slowly dying off. You agree? There's no
not
接班人
really. It's like the Chinese 的中国那个郭德纲he actually renewed 相声。
其实以前那个吴什么马什么以前有新的旧一代的已经退休了，可能已经招登记。那个马什么凤马什么的那个很好。那每次他们一讲相声，哇，我真的拭目以待。OK， 刚才你讲那个邓德刚是那个 actor 是吗？
郭德纲
是那个 actor 是吗？ The main actor.
No, is What do you mean?
Who is this guy? Who is 郭德纲
他相声大师了。
有你可以 YouTube WhatsApp 跟我讲吗？因为我要给我的小儿子学华文。真的那个
Okay.
I tell you, I enjoy it 最近那个过年他们不是有一个在 CCTV 吗？有播吗？我坐在那边，我跟我妈妈看到很好看。Okay, so this is to me, let's see. Okay, no need to share, no need to hide For me, CEF I will choose culture. 那讲到这么多对吗？ culture is the one, when you lost a culture, you don't talk about entertainment and food. Agree not, Zhao Xuan? Right. When you lost a culture, you don't need to talk about 相声啊，还是什么唐诗三百首啊，什么唐伯虎的那个不是唐伯虎那个什么苏东坡那个什么扣肉啊，苏东坡肉啊，你懂苏东坡吗？你懂谁是苏东坡那个什么肉？所以 you see, I think this Americanization
东坡走之，是东坡的。
哎，吴大哥你好。
东坡走之，对。
对对对，在宋朝对吗？
那很好吃。
对啊，宋朝。
对，宋朝唐宋八大有名的文学家之一，他们一家3个都是8大文学家，3个占了3个，书信、书舍、书册，他们父子3个。
哇哦！哎，我感到很骄傲，因为我的声音是宋朝的宋哎，所以 it's my dynasty 嘞。我有岳飞，我有包拯，哇，还有苏东坡，哇，真的是，还有那个名师傅叫什么名也是，你看。You see， 如果吴大哥你就知道那个秦桧啊，害死岳飞哈，就是我们有油炸果吃，油条吃，对吗？All these are history. So to me, children, I'm very very particular in culture. Seriously. So maybe every time I walk on the street, I see those people wear until 这个裤子破那个裤子破一个洞啊，我就会跟我太太讲，哦，丐帮出街了，这些丐帮。只是他们少了哪一个棍啊？那个打狗棒的棍。Okay, sorry I cannot take it because you see a proper way of we Chinese we don't dress like that please. I know it's culture, I know it's fashion, but don't know. Sorry, maybe I'm an old school of thought. I have to learn to live with it. So thank you, 吴大哥。哇，我今天又学到东西，原来是三父子。Okay, well done. Okay, number 19. So the threat, you see, Americanization is a threat. I agree. It's definitely a threat. And because of that, now you see that the Americans realize that got Bollywood, got Chinese, got Japan, got Korean, got all these. They are, hey, sorry to say, you know who is Michael Jackson, right? Oh, my cousin. Everyone also my cousin. You see, ever since Michael Jackson or Elvis passed away, is there any new pop star coming up? I think Michael Jackson is the one who really ruled the world. Seriously, the black rules the world. And then we Chinese are very proud of one person who's none other than Bruce Lee. I think Ye Zidan and whoever it is cannot fight with Bruce Lee. I think Li Xiaolong is the one who opened up the Chinese Kung Fu to the world with Yong Sun Qian. So you see the culture's revolutions, not the China revolution culture. The cultural revolution is so powerful. The children, seriously, why I'm telling you, because you are the next generation, the next leader to carry on our culture. You agree now, Zhao Xuan? Jialin, you agree? Now, what's the purpose of coming to Singapore and study or overseas study? Remember, 你要饮水思源, you know the roots. So you see the Americanization, to me, honestly, I'm not against them. I got students and my godmom are saying US. I love America, but the people who are running it is a bit crazy. True not? It's a bit crazy. Because because of their own interests, they are finger pointing inside in class. Imagine Zhao Xuan and I are talking, then the teacher Qiao Xin coming. Who is talking? Bei Kun is talking and Jialin talking, not me. It's like, oh, how will you feel, Bei Kun? I think after school, you feel like punching me, right? I sabotage you, correct? Okay, last slide before we go to the group. Number 20, rejections of American entertainment influence. Like I say, China, you see, 34. Of course, to the American, he thinks that, hey, how low? How can you restrict? Who are you to tell me whether I can restrict or not? It's my country, I decide. True or not? Like American tells Singapore, hey, hello, you got free trade agreement. How come you ban chewing gum in Singapore? I thought you agreed free trade. Why you ban chewing gum? Qiao Xin, you know Singapore ban chewing gum, right? Some of them 要偷偷摸摸拿 chewing gum 进来新加坡了，而且要偷偷摸摸的吃了。难道你这样吃啊？Hey, bro, barber, you see what you get on the street? The police will call you, come, boy, come. So you see.
Wait, isn't there a loophole that it's not ban of chewing gum, it's just ban of selling? You can eat.
Sorry, Qiao Xin, you're right. Few years ago, correct me if I'm wrong, you can't even eat. You can't even eat. It's only now the flexibility of eating. But of course, 你不要带炸切上这样咬这样吃correct But now they got this really chewing gum that you eat already, it's not very sticky, but you still can throw it because of the stickiness, Qiao Xing. It will all start in the MRT, inside the MRT. So it's very unhygienic, you see, and then got scrap up. So people 就像好像那些抽烟的，他有些抽烟会丢在那个 litter 不用紧，有些抽烟然后他把那个 cigarette 对吗？Qiao Xing 丢在地上。Very unhygienic, right? Correct now. And some even spring on the floor. I just recently saw my downstairs, a group of youth, I think it's below 18 years old, smoking right in front of me, and I was staring at them. Seriously, and they smoke and then they still spit. And under the void that you're not supposed to smoke. Correct now. You see? So to answer your question, yes, it's illegal to sell in Singapore. But first of all, when you bring into Singapore, you have to go to customer. Right? So it's either A, the custom see it, confiscate, or if the custom happen not to see for whatever reason, I don't know. You manage to go through, or you did not declare. If by right, you are supposed to declare certain things you're not supposed to bring in Singapore. Do you know that? 好像那个双节棍 right? You know Singapore cannot use, right? My friend bought it in Lazada. Halfway through, pop, it stopped. It was not returned. It's not even refund. But I got 双节棍 behind. I told you before, right? I showed you before, right? But that one bought from where you should know. That one is rubber one. Okay, so to answer your question, Qiao Xing, it's better not to eat. Seriously, I know you can eat in Singapore. It's better not to eat. But if you want to eat, of course, eat at home. I don't know. All right. So without further ado, now I want you to think of this one. Okay. I don't want to miss out any of today's lessons on this one here. Okay. Take note, guys. Take a picture, whatever. These are the 3 questions you got supposed to do and hand into the class and share. Because this one is on your own, okay, guys? You know what you're doing. So, Qiao Xing and Xing Chen, please listen. You're doing culture. Who is going to be team leader? You all decide. I don't want to arrow. Yang Xiang and Jia Ling, both of you are doing entertainment, and Bei Kun and Zhao Xuan are doing food. Okay, so now I'm going to, I don't know how I'm going to do it. How to share? Hey, how come I cannot? Okay, I'm going to go to your breakup room. Ready? I already assigned. So are you copy the question already? All copy already? Yang Xiang?
Wait, again.
Okay, I open now. Open up. Sorry. Don't worry. I open up. Don't panic. Okay. Screenshot whatever you need to do. How do I do the breakout room? Okay, yeah. If I breakout room, see whether you can see this picture now. In 3, okay, take a picture already. 1, 2, 3, go. Breakout room.
Oh, you can't see.
Huh?
Yeah, you can't see. Only in the main room, then everyone can see.
Okay, but you all took the picture already,
Yeah.
Okay, are you what you see now?
I see your one, yeah, the slide. But once you
Okay,
open the
now I
breakout
go
room,
into
then cannot see.
Okay, children, 10 minutes. Give a good discussion of the soul. Then how? Ready? I'm going to do now. I hope it works. This is my second time doing it. Do you click join? Are you in the breakout room already?
No, if you're in the breakout room, you're not supposed to see us.
Can you all join? You need to click join, right?
There's no button.
Huh?
No button join.
Okay, why cannot? Breakout room start already, eh?
So you need to assign us to the breakout room.
I assigned already. Still cannot. 2, 4, 6. Why? Assign to, I sent already. Oh, assign. Oh, okay. I see. Would, okay. Correct now. Do you see that? Okay. Do you see now? Okay, then you click join, right? Okay, can you go to your room now? Okay, Zhao Xuan and Yang Xiang, go to your room, please. Yang Xiang, go to your room. Thank you. Yang Xiang to Jia Ling. Yang Xiang, you're still here? Yang Xiang, are you here? I'm still here.
Sorry, I went to take something. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay, go join.
Okay.
No problem. Don't worry. Go join Jia Ling. Thanks for coming back. We got 5 seconds to go.
Meeting is being recorded.
Okay, guys, thanks back. Thank you for coming back. So 2-4. Where's the other guy? Oh, Xiaoxing is here. All right, good. So guys, thanks. I hope you have a very fruitful, meaningful, and wonderful discussion among your team. And hope that you guys can put into a Google Doc and continue to share your thoughts and put it inside. Okay, then once you're done, who is the team leader for Xiaoxing and Xingchen? Who is the one going to send me?
I'll be sending you.
Thank you, sir. How about Yang Xiang and Jialing? Who? And Bei Kun and Zhao Xuan, who? Have you decided already?
I send.
Okay, you all guys have to collaborate now and type it out in the Microsoft Words. Okay, and save it under your name like Yang Xiang and Jialing food. Entertainment. Okay, SS, for example, right? Then once you're done, you put in the Microsoft Words. Jialing, you got my account, right? So if you don't mind Jialing, okay, you connect with Yang Xiang. Yang Xiang and Jialing, you go and exchange your email account or WhatsApp account. Then Jialing, once you're done, the deadline will be this Friday, okay? This Friday, you will have to send it to Uncle Raymond in WhatsApp or email or Google Classroom. Get it? Got 3 ways to send it. So Bei Kun and Zhao Xuan, you got my email account, or Bei Kun, you also got my email account, right? Or WhatsApp account, right? WhatsApp. So you all decide who. Okay, I will take Zhao Xuan as the IC and Bei Kun is the 2 IC. So Yang Xiang, you are 2 IC. Xingchen, you are 2 IC for that group. Okay, thank you, sir. So Friday, once you put in your Google Classroom, you confirm already, you compile it, then you send it to me. So Xiaoxing and Xingchen, you understand what I mean? Okay, you compile it in the Google Doc. So it's good that to put it there. So next Sunday, of course, we have other things to share with you. And then plus your this homework. So there are more things, okay? And all right. So without further ado, I will stop